Well,
They do.
that was my other point of why I'm selling on TikTok was because I'm facing a situation right now where my brand registry somehow got delinked. Like it's still there, but I can't file IP infringements, and I've got hijackers, Chinese hijackers on my listings, and I can't really do much about it. And I there was a hijacker SOP that I got from Brandon Young's group that used to work really well. So I started messaging these people, you know, like, hey, you're not allowed to sell this ASIN. If you don't take it down within 24 hours, I'm going to buy these units and then I'm going to report you. Amazon now flagged my account to where they said I'm liable to get suspended for sending those messages. So I'm like, first of all, you've got clear, like, dummy accounts that are obviously bots. The business name is like Ying Jing Song Jing Zhong Zhong Zhong, like 25 characters. They have no seller feedback. If they do, there's like negative feedback. And somehow they're winning the buy box because they just, they don't have my product. And now Amazon is threatening me that I'm doing something wrong and going to shut my account down. And so it's stuff like this that is super maddening for me and like why I'm trying to expand my sales ratio. And I think if all your eggs are in the Amazon basket, you know, for 7 years I've been selling without a problem, but you just never know. Tomorrow I could wake up and they could
Yeah,
suspend me.
yeah,
And it's like if you're, my business, like my living and livelihood is on this. So I think it's something that you want to try to make sure you're mitigating as best you can.
yeah. So I mean, this is exactly like going back. You have Windows-based PCs, and Mac started to take market share. And then, of course,
Mm,
Windows 95+% market share. They are the monopoly, and that's why the government came after them. But the point is, all the business applications, everything is based on Windows. So what happened? All the viruses and all the malware and everything else was all for Windows, and all the Mac users were just bragging about the fact that, oh, we never have these problems. Well, you never have these problems because you are such a small, tiny user base. Nobody's going to care about it. So that's what's happening. So TikTok today or Walmart may look attractive to you because they don't have these problems. But wait until they also grow a little bit, they're going to have the same situations. For
right.
starters, the two things that every company, I mean, look at you. You are telling me here, we are both small business owners and we are looking to increase efficiency so that we can save money, right? So you say,
Mhm.
well, use AI bots. Okay, well, what do you think Amazon is doing? So,
Right.
number one, automation, and now AI, plus coupled with protection against liability. What do you think they're going to
Mhm.
do? So, I mean, I'm not defending Amazon here, but as they say, you have to walk in the other person's shoes, and
Right.
and I'm as a large company that has such a large market share, that gives them responsibility. So, I've had several Amazonians on my podcast, and they all say the same thing. What you have to do is get inside the mind of Amazon. What is it that they are trying to do? And and they walk you through the principles in terms of how Amazon operates. And all those principles are based on best customer experience. And in the process, use every tool possible. And of course, that best customer experience, a loaded term, it has liability protection, it has this, that, the other. So that's
Mhm.
what's happening. Like, for example, I had 10 years at Amazon running one of their categories. Melissa is her name. Today she runs a large company. And she was just saying that a lot of small sellers, like you talked about AI for text, but she was saying that Amazon introduced this AI based image creator because a lot of sellers don't have the budget to go hire a designer to create different versions of an image that is a
Mhm.
lifestyle picture. So she said they introduced that because they want more sellers to take advantage of it. And so now they have that free of charge. It's part of Seller Central. So it's things like that. So that's why I
Well, I would say to be very careful using the Amazon AI tools because there have been a lot of people. So I don't know if you've seen this, Nick, but Amazon has started automatically making AI SEO updates to listings. And if you don't like get the notification and opt out of it, so people have gotten their listings shut down because the AI has used a word that, ADHD, whatever it is, that will shut it down. And so it's new. We're all trying to work out the kinks, but Amazon's AI tools can negatively affect you if you're not looking at it because they will make these. If you don't say no, they will automatically push the changes. And I've seen sellers on LinkedIn that have gotten their listing shut down because the Amazon AI said something that then the bots shut it down. Does that make sense? So definitely be careful with some of these
yeah,
things and
yeah.
double
I mean,
check that you're.
those, yeah, you're right. This was about image. So, but I mean, I frankly, I, I'm gonna say I'm old school. I'm a technology person. I've been using technology all my life, but I always have a human touch in the end. And whatever
Yeah,
AI, like anything that AI, like I mean, you said it yourself a few minutes ago that you always have to have a local look at it. You can't just trust AI. So AI is somebody. I had another guest on my show. He said all AI is doing is it's figuring out what word to say next. So it's
mm-hmm.
always one step at a time. So and that really doesn't. There's no direction that way. So it's something that you always have to have that human touch. Yeah, I mean it's the nature of it, and also with Amazon, those notifications are you always have to pay attention because by default they are set certain way, and then
Yeah.
you have to change it. So
Yeah, and admittedly, sometimes I overlook a lot of them because I have different. I with an agency, we get so many inundated with Amazon Seller Central emails and cases that I just a lot of times overlook them. So it is definitely important to keep your eye out for that.
yeah, well, I mean, it's the gorilla in the room, right? It's 60% market share. You have to be
Yeah,
on that, and then there is another uh, impact when you sell in multiple marketplaces and then you advertise. I mean, do you run paid ads on TikTok and Walmart and others?
yeah, we're doing PPC on Walmart. We've dabbled in TikTok, but we haven't honestly figured it out ourselves to be like masters of it. So we've had mixed results. Our main focus on TikTok is the UGC, and we've boosted some content as well. But Walmart, the ad platform is definitely a little harder to figure out, but we have a pretty good ad team there. So um, our ROAS is probably relatively similar on Walmart, but our just sales and overall search volume are not the same.